Hey guys, this is Josh with Next Step Cubing. What I'm going to do today is actually we're going to start learning the beginner's method of solving the 3x3 cube. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. The problem is I haven't had time to actually do it. I started back working after New Year's as a teacher, plus some other issues like mold growing in my room that I had to take care of. So things like that kind of kept me from actually doing videos. But now that I'm back, I will be starting with this series. If you notice, I did get a new mat, but some of the other videos that I have will probably use my old cubicle mat. So I'll still use that mat every now and then, but I'm just going through this right now, just kind of show you the steps for solving our 3x3. Now, with that said, we're going to do a lesson 0 here. In other words, we're just going to kind of get familiar with the cube, learn a few moves and things like that. So first off, we're going to use the 3x3x3 cube. So 3 across, 3 down, 3 deep. We're going to talk about the pieces. So there's going to be 3 different pieces on the cube. The first piece that we have is the one right directly in the middle of each side. These are called the centers, okay? Now, each center is going to be associated with a color. So this, if you see in the middle, is green center. That means that for this side, all the side needs to be green, like it is here. Same thing with red and blue, orange, white, and yellow. Those are our standard colors. A cube has 6 sides, so there are going to be 6 centers, okay? The one thing about the centers is this: no matter how we turn the cube, no matter which direction we go, no matter whatever pieces we're moving around, these centers themselves will actually stay in the same relative position to each other. So that means that green will be opposite of blue, red will be opposite of orange, and yellow will be opposite of white. And if you need another clue, if you hold green in front of you and white on top, red will be in the right side, blue will be on the back side, yellow will be on the bottom, and orange will be on the left side. Okay, so those are going to be our standard colors and our standard color scheme. So if you have a cube with a different color scheme than what I just showed you, you might want to get that checked out. Okay, the next pieces that we have are edges. They're going to be right next to the centers. There's going to be 4 on each side, and they're going to be 12 altogether. Okay, the edges are actually going to be associated with 2 different colors. So you can see in front of me, I'm pointing at the green and green and the white edge here. That means that this edge is going to be associated with the green side and the white side. Okay. Now, with the edges, we just talked about the opposite colors. So green is always going to be opposite of blue. That means on any edge, there will never be a green-blue edge. Each edge is going to be a unique color on the 3x3. So there will never be a green-blue edge. And it's going to be the same thing with any other opposite colors. There will never be any opposite color edges on a piece. Okay, the last piece that we have are corner pieces. And like the name states, these are going to be on the corners of the puzzle. Okay, the corner pieces have 3 colors associated with it. So in this case, I have green, red, and white for this corner. Again, each corner piece is going to have a unique color scheme. And again, there will be no opposite colors on any of the corner pieces. Okay, with that said, now knowing what the 3 pieces are and how each color actually matches with the rest of the pieces, we're going to talk about the moves. Okay, so like I said before, I'm keeping green in front of me just to kind of give you an idea. So with green in front of me, I have red on the right side and white on top. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn this right red side. And anytime we have an R move, which I'll post on the screen here, an R move, that means that we're going to turn this right side once clockwise, as such. Okay, so anytime we have the R move, we're turning it once clockwise. Anytime we have an R with an apostrophe or an R prime move, that means that we are going to invert the move and go counterclockwise. So R prime will look like this. Makes sense, right? Okay. Now, anytime we have the letter 2, or not the letter 2, the number 2 after the letter, that is a double move. What that means is that we can do an R twice or an R prime twice. So a double move would look like this, R twice, or it looks like this, R prime twice. Now, the thing with the double moves is I wouldn't do a R and then a R prime to count as a double move, because all that does, R prime, is it cancels out the first move. So you really didn't change anything. So other than that, that's the moves for R. Okay, and I'm just going to go quickly through the other ones. So we also have L, L prime, and then L2 is the double move. So I'm not going to go through the doubles. We also have, if we're looking right at the cube in front of us, we have F moves, F prime. Okay. If we have this in front of us, we also have the B, which is the back. So B moves will move like this, which is kind of hard to see. So I'm going to angle it up just a little bit so you can see that back layer moving. B, and then B prime is going to go this way. Okay. We also have U moves. So U, U prime. We also have D moves on the bottom, which is the down layer, up layer, down layer. So down D, and then D prime. Okay, so those are going to be the basic moves that we're going to use for solving the cube. We're going to use pretty much all those moves in the beginner's method. In the intermediate method, we also have some other moves as well. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to kind of show you the general idea of what's going to go behind these, and later on I'll probably do some more videos on intermediate and advanced methods to kind of show you a little bit more. But some of these other moves are going to be M moves, which are just moving this middle slice in the middle, and M prime as well. There are also wide moves where we're actually moving one side plus that middle adjacent side with it. So a wide R, which looks like a lowercase r, would look like this. Okay, and we'll have various sets of Y moves. And we also have cube turns. Okay, cube turns move where you turn the entire cube, not just one layer, not just one side, but the entire cube. So X turns are going to be moved like R turns. So we just turn it up this way. Okay, Y turns are going to move like U turns. So we'll just move the cube this way. Okay, and then Z turns are going to move like F moves. So they'll just turn this way, which I know on camera it doesn't show too much of an F move unless I angle it like this. So that's the basic moves that we have when it comes to solving the cube. Now, whenever you're getting started with the cube, my advice is just to take a cube and just practice the moves. Learn how each of the pieces are going to move. Like this corner will move down anytime we do an R prime move, or this piece will move over here when we do a U2, things like that. So just kind of get a feeling of where the pieces are going to go and how the cube is going to move. If you want a little bit of extra practice, I would advise you learning this. I'm not going to say algorithm. By the way, an algorithm, anytime we say the word algorithm, is a set of moves that we can do over and over again until we get back to our original starting spot. So one algorithm that if you want to learn to practice right now, I'm going to show you the algorithm here and I'm going to demonstrate it. So this is going to be the algorithm. It's going to be R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay, and anytime you see that, we call that sexy. The only reason that we say it's sexy is because whenever we're doing it and whenever we can do it fast, it just moves so smoothly and it makes it so sexy, things like that. Now, another thing that you'll notice is that I am using a speed cube. This one was designed for me to actually go fast and be able to use finger tricks, things like that. If you are wanting to do finger tricks, my advice is to actually get a speed cube. Okay, this cube especially is probably not the one that you want to use as a beginner, but later on I will have a video kind of going through some beginner's level speed cubes. That way you guys can see what to look for whenever you start looking for your own cube. But if you're wanting to get started on the cube and you have the I'm not going to say Rubik's brand. Well, it is a Rubik's brand name from Walmart or any cube that you can get out of a dollar store, things like that. I would just take caution about using those cubes. And if you do, a wrist turn, just moving your wrist to turn the cube is your best bet. Because if you try to do finger tricks, you'll end up hurting yourself. I'll move my camera there a second. Other than that, just take some time to scramble and practice. And in my next video, we will start with the first step of solving the Rubik's Cube. Thank you guys for watching and listening to everything. If you have any questions, comments, things like that, just leave them on the bottom here. And other than that, guys, I will catch you on the flip side.